Hello guys and welcome for another video with Fan, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the hero Chasey, so how to obtain her, what talent tree you need to use, what are her skills and how to upgrade her skills, how to combine her with other heroes, and if she is worth using your legendary fragment. So how to obtain her, if I click here, so I haven't unlocked her, she is a rider top commander, so you can only obtain her by obtaining 10 fragments during the top commander event. So you need to rank at least top 15 to get 10 fragments and unlock her. So next, talent tree. So I haven't unlocked her, so I'll go on strategy. And this is the talent tree they recommend for Chasey. And I think this is actually a pretty good talent tree. The other option that you can use is fully maxed out the skill talent tree and then use the 6 point remaining on this rider squad tree. And I'm gonna say it's not a possibility because if you check this, you have skill damage there plus 8% if you go on 4. And then here you've got increased skill damage by 7.5% for 6 seconds after using a skill if you have 5 points there. But you need to remember that Chasey doesn't have any damage factor, so it's probably not the best, but I think it's still worth testing it because I don't have her, so I can't test it. But I would definitely test the second build to see if it's more performing than this build. It could be not, but yeah, it's just worth trying. Because anyway, the assistant that you're going to use has a scale damage, so you can actually use this a little bit, but this won't apply for Chasey. Because yeah, this, she has not really a skill damage, but we'll talk about this later. And then this is after using a skill, so this bonus will be applied to the assistant. So if the assistant has a skill damage, which is all the other heroes, Chasey is the only one that doesn't have any skill damage. So if I go on her skills now, so first skill is an ethical thief. So increase basic attack damage by up to 290% for 5 seconds. And if she is in garrison, then you will reduce skill damage taken from a range squad attack by up to 17.5%. Then second skill, you got Lost in the Moonlight. Increase rider squad HP by 30%, and then reduce skill damage taken by up to 7.5% against squad with the remaining squad size greater than 50%. So this is actually pretty good because most of the damage will be dealt by the squad having more than 50% troops. Third skill, Lashing Whip. So increase basic attack damage by up to 46%. So this is actually really good. And then if inflicted with silence, has a 20% chance or 50% chance max to deal 1 additional basic attack per turn for the duration of the effect. So if I go back to Julia, silence will last 3 seconds. So this is going to be for 3 seconds. So potentially you will have 3 additional basic attack, and then all the basic attack will grant 20 rage. So this is a really good skill to counter Julia's silence. Also Chun, but Chun doesn't silence very much, so it's mainly for Julia. Fourth skill, Wits and Eloquence, increases rider squad attack by 32% when in garrison, and then this is also in garrison, I believe. So during this period, basic attack have a 10% chance to deal damage with a damage factor of up to 1800 to up to 3 units in a fan shape area. And this effect can only be triggered only once in 6 seconds. So as you can see, she has actually a damage factor. So if you put your talent tree in skills, so you'll have a plus 8% on damage skill on this thing. It's still applying even though she doesn't have a skill damage on her first skill. And awakening skill, Shadow Stalker, so this is a new skill, and then increase basic attack damage dealt to a target squad by 35% when its remaining squad size is less than 50%. So this is okay, actually. I don't think it's great, but this is okay. How are you going to upgrade a skill? So obviously the first one first, and then the second one you should go for is the third one because you have more damage with the 46% on basic attack. And then I would go second skill because this skill is applying all the time. So field plus garrison whereas this one is only applying for garrison. So now if you think you're gonna use Chasey only for garrison, I would probably go 4th and then 2. But if you're planning to use Chasey on the field as well, I would definitely do 1, 3, 2, and 4 for last. So how to combine her with other heroes? As I said, she's a rider hero, and you see the main ability of Chasey is to increase basic attack damage. So you want to have another hero that can increase also the basic attack damage. And there's 2 possible heroes that you can use. The first one is Elena. So if Elena, I think is the 4th skill. So you see increase basic attack damage by 30%. And then the second one is actually Felix. So Felix doesn't have any basic attack damage bonus, but you'll see you've got increase all damage. So basic attack have 20% chance to increase all damage dealt. So this is one thing. And then he's got an extra basic attack every 10 seconds if you awake him. And then with the first skill is also dealing basic attacks for 5 seconds. Instead of having a skill damage only, you will have still basic attack, so you actually have more basic attack. So this is also good because you're actually dealing more basic attack. So that's the only 2 hero I would use with Chasey, and this is for the field because Elena is mainly for the field. You don't want to use her in garrison. It's mainly because this extra damage factor will not apply in garrison. Most likely, unless you do a rally on the rally that is attacking your garrison, basically. But otherwise, I would pretty much only use Chasey with Felix. So Felix Chasey for the field, or if you want Elena Chasey. And in garrison, I would only use Chasey with Felix. I don't think there's any other hero that would be good to be used with her. Maybe you can try Victor as well, but I don't think it's gonna outperform Chasey with Felix, to be honest. So yeah, I would only use Chasey with Felix, I think, for garrison. And if she's worth using your legendary fragment, it's kind of tricky, to be honest. I think she's absolutely a monster for garrison, but I would only recommend the ways to have this hero. Or if you have, let's say you're focusing only on rider troops, then I would definitely upgrade Chasey as well, because she's really good hero for the field for rider troop focused count. Now, if you are on range or infantry focus, this is kind of tricky. I would probably not recommend to upgrade her. I'm infantry focus at the moment, and I don't think I'm gonna upgrade her, unfortunately. I think she's good, but I'll still go with my Rigoro Riven for my garrison. You can probably use her as well if you're on infantry, if you got too many fragments, but most likely you don't have enough fragments like me, so I would probably not upgrade her. So that being said, so I was on J3 last AR, so I can show you some of the really good reports that I got from Chasey's garrison. So that's why I'm saying she's a monster. So you see, we've got heaps of people attacking her, and so you see this guy was rally, and we actually smashed him, and then we had this one too rallying, and so that's 2 rally, and then we had 3 rally. So she's actually really performing really well. You see here 2 for 14 millions as well. So we had 4 rally, 5 rallies, and depending on the other guy, you will see she's actually performing really well. Yeah. And I'm gonna show you another one from her. And you'll see here, like, absolutely monster double. And then here, this guy is actually really strong, so we didn't do really well. So anyway, that's it for Chasey. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video. That would really help me to have more views as well, and to spread the good information on this game, because I think there's a lot of people that can't play, unfortunately. And yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I wish you a really good day. See you for the next one. Bye bye.